On live. Come on. You think you got it? We got it? I think we got it. Okay. We're live. We are live, hopefully. Are we live? We should be live. Live chat. Scuff being canceled. No, it should be up. It says it's up. Are we good? Are we good? Hi, welcome to the mess. Oh, hello there. There we go. Yeah, it's very different. This is not the final setup anywhere. I am literally streaming from my laptop with the Osmo Pocket plugged into it. And you know what? I'm having a damn ice cream sandwich. You wanna know why? Because it is, I have been out here all day, all morning. I was out here yesterday for a while. It has cooled down because I had the door open. I had to have the door open because I don't have enough room to play Tetris in here. It is 28 with 50% humidity. It was 34 an hour ago. So I'm having an ice cream sandwich. I'm having an ice cream sandwich. Okay. I can't see my chat. I'll make it bigger. Where is Zoom? What is the Zoom? Oh, there we go. I want bigger chat. There we go. There we go. One more text, a 3D model ad. Dude, that's all my inboxes. That's the only companies that reach out to me anymore wanting to sponsor stuff. This shitty AI companies like Triple AI and whatnot. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Ooh, Mastodon's getting their U1. Well, welcome to the garage. If you're wondering what's going on and why everything is messed up, is because I decided, hey, we've had the garage set up now for almost 3 years now. I want to say 3 years, roughly. And it's time for a change. Not a drastic change, not a lot is moving, but everything that I decided to move was big. And it really sucks when you don't have all the room that you need to move everything. So you have to like open the garage door, put everything in the driveway, move stuff around, then bring it in because it's nighttime, then move it all out in the morning and have to cut and take apart. By the way, this bench here, I had another workbench next to it, which is now over here. I'll show you later. And I didn't realize that that workbench was structural to holding up this workbench. So, FL Sun, you might be proud to know, I am using your 3D printer for something. The first time in years. This 3D printer is now structural because I need to make a leg here to hold this side of the bench up. Because originally the bench that went here held that up because they were bolted together. So now I have a structural 3D printer holding it together. Yes, the shirt is a collector's item. So, what are we doing today? Well, the original plan was we were gonna work on the baby belt. I was hoping to get at least enough of the garage set up that I can get the computer set back up so that we can do the baby belt and finish the baby belt today. Because I didn't really want to do it downstairs because I don't remember what that computer has set up and everything's already out here. I like building out here. This is the building area, the basement's not the building area. So the plan was to hopefully get everything to the point where I can now just do a quick setup, get the computer set up, set the camera on a tripod and go. We did not get to that. I did not get to that. I spent the morning with a circular saw cutting chunks out of a shelf so it would clear electrical lines that I ran. And like, when you build everything custom to work based on your existing setup, and then you move the setup, everything that you made custom now has to be re-customized. So, for example, this is a garage. For those that don't know, your garage slopes, right? So from the back of this garage to the front of the garage, it's like 2 to 3 inches of slope because, you know, you want the water to drain out of your garage. So when I built the shelf or the bench that was back here, I built it so that it would be level, right? It'd be a flat workbench. Well, the problem was the rear two legs sat actually on the footing, and then the front two were sloped down. So there was like this much of a gap between the front and the rear legs. So I had to take and then I had to shorten the whole shelf overall to actually clear something over on this side. So I had to like flip this whole assembled shelf or workbench over so I could cut the legs down and then flip it over, and then I had to shim it because instead of it being this way, it's now this way. That sucked, but it's done. So that is, you can't really see it, but that's this bench here. So the CNC, the Carvera Air, I might actually start using it because I actually have somewhere to set it up and actually I can use it. Where you see the Tower Barador, I'm gonna put a laser there. So I'm actually gonna have a laser and a CNC set up so we can do stuff actually more common now. So that's done. I did that this morning. This shelf wasn't too bad because I had to take all the printers off it so I could move it and then put all the printers back on. I was hoping I could fit the Core 1L up top here. By the way, how is the audio? I have no idea how the audio levels are. I have no idea how the audio's levels are. Let me know. The Milo is just on the ground. The Milo's on the ground. I don't have room to have two CNCs up there. And the problem with the Milo is I don't have an enclosure for it and it makes an absolute mess when I use it. So I haven't been using it. So the Milo is just sitting on the ground over there. I wanted to put the Core 1L up here, but it wouldn't fit. Actually, would it fit? Would it fit? I would have to like shim it in there. I don't think it'll fit. 25 inches. It would fit if I wedged it in there, but then that would be annoying to get it. Oh no, then the door would open. The door would open. 24 inches. No, the door wouldn't open. Dang it. Dang it. I'd have to drop this a rung, but then these printers wouldn't fit. Oh well, whatever, I'll leave them. I'll leave it. It's fine for now. It's fine for now. Audio is good, audio is good, okay. What was that giant bottle of hand soap? Oh, it's a giant bottle of hand soap. What else would it be? A bit more hollow. It's gonna be hollow because everything's actually open now, so it actually is more echoey. Also, this is not my normal streaming setup. I'm literally using the DJI Pocket Osmo, so I could do this. If you guys wanna get, we could do this. If you guys wanna get the wonderful motion sickness. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Yeah. And then it loses me. Find me. Find me, camera. Find me. Yeah, it lost me. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's annoying. I'm gonna turn that off. It annoys me too. Seasick mode engaged. I know, I did one video where I used that and everyone's like, never use that again. I'm like, okay. No sanding and painting station. Oh, no, we still have that. We still have the sanding and painting station. It is over here. So this bench comes to there, and then this is the sanding and painting station. I'm gonna have to redo it again to actually make it more proper now that I actually have room to do it. But that's there. I have a bunch of stuff on the ground right here that I gotta find homes for, toolboxes and my bike and whatnot. But it is, and yes, that is a giant jug of hand soap. Why? I don't know. We've had, this jug of hand soap's been in here since we bought the house. It just keeps getting moved around. Nobody's ever used it. So, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's just one of those things. So what are we doing today? What are we doing today? Oh, and there's my fridges. There's my fridges. There's a baby belt under that somewhere, just so you know. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing today? What are we doing today? I wash my hands. I just don't use that giant jug of soft soap. I have soap in the house. Well, it was never a wall. There was never a wall. What used to be where I'm standing right now was that shelf. Because when I originally set up the garage setup, the idea would be that I would use the back half of the garage for 3D printer stuff, and then the front half of the garage would be my garage, where I would store like my lawnmower. And the thing is, over the years, I ended up just taking it over, especially with the Venture XL here. We ended up just taking over the front half of the garage, and then it got really annoying to have that partition in the middle of the garage. It felt cramped. I was getting cramped. So what we're doing with this layout change is essentially I'm streamlining it a bit. I'm gonna be getting rid of some stuff, making more room, making it more open. But the idea is now that this desk is mobile. It's on wheels. I can move it around, this is what we're gonna start with right now, is getting this desk set up. This is mobile. This moves around. So I can just kind of wheel it to wherever. If we're doing CNC stuff on the stream or laser stuff, I can have a camera set up here and we can use the laser. One thing we're gonna have to do in the future is I'm gonna have to build a rolling tripod for a camera. I don't wanna use a big tripod because it takes up a lot of room. So I wanna do one of those ones that sits on wheels that I can lock, that's really heavy and low weight so it doesn't like tip over, but it's got like a concrete base or something. Something I can roll around that has a camera on it, that has like the main camera, which is actually downstairs right now. I'll have a monitor on it for OBS so I can see myself and see chat and whatnot, but it'll allow me to like, hey, we're doing CNC stuff. Roll the camera over to the CNC stuff. Oh, hey, we're working on the Venture XL. Hey, we can roll the camera over to there. That way I can move around and do different setups, especially when I'm doing videos on different things. I have more options instead of always being crowded in this one corner over here. Like the fact that I have room now, this is the most amount of room I've had in here in years. So, yeah. Feels like a members only video. Well, this wasn't supposed to be, I still owe you guys a members video for last month. I know that, I remember that. This was supposed to be a normal stream. I was hoping to get, I forgot my little guy had a doctor's appointment today. So essentially the 3 hours that I lost to that would have been finishing up the garage to get it to the point where we could do the baby belt and finish that off. So instead, we're gonna do that now. We're gonna do what I was hoping to do before stream now. So the project is clear off this, put the camera arms on it so I can have I need to figure out how to have a mobile overhead camera. So we need a mobile overhead camera and we need a monitor on this. And then I'll just have umbilical cable that I can move around. I'll just have extra umbilical. And then I gotta clear out that corner back there because that's where the Venture XL is gonna live. And then I need to figure out where I'm gonna put the computer that powers the whole stream. Yeah. Maybe buy my, who keeps spamming? Who keeps spamming that? Yeah, Liam, don't spam the chat. Remove. This is your one warning. You have 30 minutes to figure out why spamming is bad. I expect a 1,000-word essay posted in the Discord. Why spamming is bad. You have 30 minutes. Hanging under the workbench. Well, it's actually kind of nice because I have the shelf set up here now. Before, I had a grate here. So I couldn't get at the printers from the side. Now I can get at these printers from the side. So I can actually like get the spools of filament at the side of the printer. So I actually have this little open area right here, which this is probably where that computer will end up living right here. So that's probably where the computer is gonna live. It should be okay being on the shelf with the printers. I don't think it's gonna shake too much, but that's a problem for future Taylor. I don't envy that guy. So you save position or change with the remote. Well, the idea would be that the main camera would be on a tripod, so I can just move it around, or be on a monopod or some sort of mobile base. So the main camera that has OBS on it, or has a monitor with OBS as well, that moves around. And then this bench, so this is what we're working on today. This is what we're working on today, okay? Make some room. This is today's project, or what we're gonna start with. I need to have a monitor attached to this workbench. And then I also need a keyboard and an overhead camera, which I believe I can repurpose the arm that I originally had mounted on that bench that used to be over here and mount the arm to this and use that for the setup. So that's what we're gonna start with. If anyone needs an 8800 GT, let me know. But this has been my day, is just playing musical chairs, just constantly moving stuff around so that I can get at stuff from different angles. That has been my day, is move stuff over here so I can do this, and then move the stuff that I moved over there over here so that I can do that over there. I've just been doing that all day. It is not efficient. It is very annoying. And yeah, that has been my day. Tell Future Killer I said hi from Vegas. Hello. Also, in case you haven't realized, we're not doing a giveaway on the stream today, unfortunately. As much as I would love to do our usual giveaway on the stream, I have nothing set up for it. This computer, I didn't plan on the stream being like this today. So everything's kind of last minute bullshit, I'm sorry. So it is what it is. I don't have anything set up for giveaways or anything. I don't have the email list on this computer or anything like that. So no giveaway today. If you're lucky, maybe somebody will give some memberships and you'll get a gifted membership. How's that? How's that? But if you do want to help support the channel, the content I create, and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you are really cool, like I mentioned earlier, gifting memberships to others. Best way to support the channel, content I create, and the things I do is become a channel member or gift memberships. Or, hey, do you just need some shiny new filament? Check out Polymaker, link below. Use code Canuck, save some money on your first order if you've never ordered from Polymaker before, or just stock up on some filament. It's always good to have more filament. It's always good to have more filament. Also, I did find the box that had the stuff for the computer case, the Corvus computer case. I don't know where that box went. Oh, there it is, it's over there. But we will be building that because I was gonna rebuild my main computer into it, because in today's economy, nobody's building computers. You think this is LTT? I don't have this store. So we're gonna use a bunch of old computer stuff and we're gonna build a computer in that. Because one of the downsides that I've noticed now that I've been running Linux on my main desktop for the entire year so far is I can't play VR. Because my VR setup is a Rift S, which I bought like the week before the COVID lockdown started. So that doesn't work on Linux fully. So I haven't been able to do any VR. So I'm gonna rebuild that computer that I have in the basement that we were using for Alt, the AI that we were playing around with, and use that for a fun little just basic AI or basic VR machine. It's got a 3080, it should handle it fine. Need some filament storage. Filament storage is down underneath. Also, see the bottom rack there? I ended up stealing all the bins, but basically I'm just gonna have totes under there with filament in it. So I'll just have totes under that whole bottom there with filament in it. Most of my filament storage is inside. I do have some filament storage out here, but I don't like to store a lot of my filament in the garage because, again, oh, it's cooled down a bit. 49% humidity. So, yeah. So that's no bueno. That's no bueno. Also, it's really annoying to read chat because I have to walk up to my laptop to see chat. This is annoying. Human-sized gridfinity system for the larger stuff. I built a custom cabinet to store filament on top of the printers made from 3030. Nice. How's the AC? I have my little Danby, it's not a window shaker, but it's a rattle shaker. I don't know. I got my air conditioner over there. It's working. It does enough. One of these days, I will get a proper heat pump system out here. The problem I'm running into with it is, one, I'm moving the whole setup. So I don't know how stuff's gonna change. The problem is I need somewhere to put the condenser on the outside of the house, and there's not really anywhere I can't put it on this side because if I were to put like it on that side, there's like no room to get like a lawnmower through on my property line. So I'd have to put it behind, and there's really no room behind. It's kind of a crappy spot. So I'd have to put it somewhere else, and it becomes annoying at that point. So there's that, but then also the cost. I already have the heater and the AC, and combined they were like $300. The heater was like 80 bucks at Costco, and the air conditioner was like 200 bucks at Costco. And for the 3 hours, 3 times a week I use it, it works good enough. So. Oh, hey Jeff. It's not a new place. This is the same garage. I'm just reorganizing it. And my time management skills are not great, so I was hoping to have it done before the stream so that we can actually do fun 3D printer stuff. But I'm not good with time management. So instead of doing fun 3D printer stuff, we're trying to figure out how to do a new setup, which actually having chat here might help, because I might run into a few things where I go, what should I be doing here, chat? Yeah, perspective. Yeah, so normally the old setup would be you would be standing here where the camera is looking this way. There used to be that shelf you see right here, used to be right here in the middle of the garage. So I used to have the garage separated into 2 rooms, quote unquote, because I was using the front of the garage for storage when I originally set everything up. But then I ended up just taking over the whole garage, and at that point I'm like, well, there's no point trying to, you know, it's already crowded enough in here, if that makes sense. So, the space under the rack and frame center is perfect size for your sleep. I know, that's where this is where I go to cry when my prints fail, is down here. Oh my God, cable management. Remember cable management? By the way, if anyone needs any C13 cables, let me know. I have, I swear, probably 50 of these now. I don't know how I have, well, I know why I have so many. These C13 cables, you guys know what these are. If you ever built a computer, you know what these are. The power cables. I have at least 50 of these. Jeff, I don't want to know how many of these you have. But like, seriously, they just multiply. They just multiply, and they come everywhere. I don't know where they come from. Oop, hopefully I didn't break. No, we're good. We're good. And they're never long enough. They're either too short or they're too long. And some of them you could tell are made out of the finest Chinesium wire. Yeah, another one. Seriously. Oh, I see green text. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Oh my, oh, this is a long one. Okay, this is a long one. I need this one. This is a long boy. Great progress so far. Thank you. Immediate plan move desk. Me doesn't realize it would take 5 hours to unplug everything. Yeah. Well, you have that location you're out of now. You've been there for a bit now. There was a period where I was looking into trying to rent a location back when I actually had channel growth. There was a period where I was looking to try and rent like a studio or a garage or something to run the channel out of, just so I would have more room and I wouldn't be as crowded. And the problem I kept running into was anything that was in budget was way too far away. I'm not driving an hour to go check a print. And anything that was within range was way overpriced for my budget. So the downside of living in the burbs is you don't have the options. Like literally the closest thing to something I found that would have worked for my use case was literally an old Subway. It was literally an old Subway. Copper, recycle the good ones. Yeah, I mean, in today's economy, that might actually work. Had a few duds. The worst thing I ever did years ago, back when 3D printing was a little bit more Wild West, you used to wire, like, I don't know where the A-net went. I think the A-net's over there. You would just take the cable, cut the end off, and wire it directly to the power supply. And years ago, I had a wire like that. I had one of those bad cables that, you know, essentially what I had done, this end was cut off and it just had the wires exposed. So it's somehow that cable ended up getting into the bin of all the cables. And I was plugging in a printer. So I put the printer on the desk And it was like a Prusa Mark IV or whatever. So put the printer on the desk, and then it's like, okay, I need to get a cable for it. So I just grabbed one of the ends of the C14, plugged it into my power strip, and then I ran my hand down the wire to find the end of it because they were all just in a mass. And as soon as I got to the end, it shorted and it sparked right in my hand. After that, I threw them all out. I'm like, yeah, no, that was dumb. Let me never do that again. So that was one of those things that, you know, you're not thinking and you just start doing, and then you're like, uh-oh, never do that again. Okay, now I gotta turn this around. So if you want to know what my workbench is that I've been using for every stream to build stuff, it's a toolbox with a flexi spot countertop on top, essentially. That's all my workbench is. It's literally the toolbox for my workshop days when I worked in the mold shop, that I put a bigger top on it. We set up a bunch of old subway tables across the street and then renovated for our land gaming space. Ooh, nice. Nice. Okay, so I don't know how strong the Flexi Spot desktop is. We're gonna find out, because I need to mount this big old monitor to it somehow. I don't know if I should be using this monitor anymore, because this thing is huge and it's heavy and it's old. I mean, it's a 2510. It's an HP Z30i. I don't know, somebody gave me, I can't remember who gave it to me years ago at an event. They're like, you mentioned on a stream you needed a new monitor, and I brought a monitor to this event, so take it. And I'm like, thank you. And it's like, it's pretty good, because it's like, it's not 1440p. It's high resolution, but it's heavy and old. But for like monitoring streams, it's fine. Buy when you're heading home, have the perfect arm for 27-inch 4K. Oh, and he asked the ship. Yeah, probably. Frax arm, well, I have this. So this is the arm. Oh my God, I still have all the cables on it. I'm going to actually undo stuff when I do stuff in the future, instead of just, there we go. So this is what I had for the longest time, was this arm. This is a monitor arm. So what I had on it was this arm had my main camera. So I had this mounted to the bench that used to be here. This monitor, or this arm, had the monitor on it, that monitor, and then this arm had my camera on it. So this way I could move the camera around, and when the stream was over and I needed the camera out of the way, I could just do that. Because with streaming setups, I hate tearing them down and putting them back up. I find it super annoying to have to do a setup every time I go to stream. I like to just come out, fire up OBS, put my lav mic on, and hit go live, okay? I hate setting up. So, I literally, one of the first things I did when I started streaming was invest in an entire dedicated streaming setup. So all the hardware that I use for the cameras I use for streaming, the mics I use for streaming, they are their own thing. I have a completely separate setup for videos, because I just found it super annoying to have to constantly take everything apart and put it all back together every time I change something. So this worked really good. What I may do is kind of swap it around now. So I'm gonna use this, put it here, but what I'll do is I'll put this long arm up top for my overhead camera. And then that'll be the overhead camera. So if I don't need it, I can move it out of the way. And if I do need it, I can move it out. And then I'll just use a monitor on this. So I will have to probably get a different monitor, because that's probably gonna be too heavy, but we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. We shall see. Sitting in a parking lot. Ooh, that's fun. So first things first, I need to find a piece of plywood. I should have a little piece of plywood somewhere. But I don't want to clamp it directly to this. I want to put some wood in between so I have a little bit more meat. and potatoes. So let me see what we got over here. You might be too big, but I can always cut you down. So we got that. And what do we have under here? What do we have under here? Nope, something fell. Hopefully that wasn't expensive. Oh, this'll work. Oh, maybe that'll work. This'll work. This'll work. No, that won't work. That sticks out too far, and that's too big. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this down. Will that fit? Yeah, that'll fit. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm sure you don't want to be subjected to this. I'm gonna go run outside and do some construction. In the Discord, I don't even know if I have Discord on this. 34-inch 1440, still better than the one I bought last year. Nice. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be back in a second. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Okay, I'm back. I have no idea if you guys heard that. He's giving away a box of random stuff. I mean, that would be funny. Okay, that'll work. This is heavy. Let's get you mounted first. Also, yes, I know I'm not wearing a hat today. It's hot. It is hot. There we go. There we go. Welcome, Germany. Guten Abend. Let me check the Discord. What did you guys put on the Discord? I don't have, do I have Discord on this computer? I think I do. Message request, who's messaging me? Oh, apparently they are writing the merch. Custom printer and filament storage, if anyone. Oh, that's really cool. That's nice. I don't have a scene set up to share a screen. Anyone get shipping notification on the index? I have not, but I haven't been looking into that because, okay. That should be pretty good. So now, I need to dust this. This is just dusty. And by the way, yes, I have a duster. Everything is so dusty. It's so dirty. There we go. Swiffer duster, get one. They're really nice. Okay. So this is gonna go up top, and then this is gonna go down here. Okay, so I gotta swap these over. So, pretty sure I'm gonna have to slide them up and out. Where did I put my Allen keys? That is a very good question. Where did I put my Allen keys? Oh, I got my LTTstore.com screwdriver, good enough. I mean, if they're big enough for this. I don't think they're big enough for that. They are not big enough for that. Shoot. I've got the keys of Allen. There we go. Did you know Allen keys were invented by William Allen in 1968 when he worked as a broker for IKEA, and he overheard the engineering department complaining that they were trying to develop a flat pack system for furniture, but they kept running into issues where people didn't have the right tooling to put it together, because when they were shipping worldwide, they would always get, you know, different size Phillip head screwdrivers. People hated flat, you know, flat screwdrivers, whatnot. Canadians love their Robertson, etc. So they got the idea that what they would do is they would invent a new tool, a new sort of fastening device, and then that would be the standard that they would use for all their flat pack furniture. And it turned out to be such a good idea that the Allen key was actually adopted by the industry, essentially. It just became such a good thing that industry just sort of adopted it. And the Allen key as we know it today is history. Put a 1 in chat if you learned that today, if you didn't know the history of the Allen key. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be a little too high, but I mean, that'll work for an overhead camera. I'll have to, I got trapped in cables. There's cables. Okay, we're gonna have to play around with that. That might be a little too high, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, it's way too high. So let's get rid of this extension. Let's get rid of this extension, which is held on by a flat. By the way, that is entirely bullshit. That is entirely bullshit. Oop. Chat disconnected. Yeah. He's always thought it was invented by Allen. Yeah, that's entirely bullshit. I love doing the Allen key story every now and then because it always catches somebody. Because it sounds close enough that it, you know what, that does sound like it could be true. It does sound like it could be true. If you didn't know any better. But you guys, my chat, you guys know better, right? Okay, you come out. I'm gonna put you on there. So keep that ball, because I'm gonna need that. So now I gotta get this down. Do I have a elevating device? I do. Go gadget overhead camera. By the way, pro tip, anytime you mount a camera, put a quick release on it, please. Oh, did I break it? Okay, what's up with my quick release not quick releasing? There we go. Yeah, always put a quick release on your camera. Always put a quick release. Never not put a quick release on your cameras. It will literally save your butt. Because especially like when you mount a camera, you don't want to be screwing it in and unscrewing it. It gets really annoying really quick. You want quick release. You just want to be able to hit a button and pull the camera off. So how am I going to mount this to this? I don't know if I can mount that to that. I need to put a ball on this. Because that needs to, I mean, I could do that. So I need to have a ball on this. I mean, I could do that. Let's see. Will this work? Will this work? So I don't want to waste this, because I'm going to need that for, let's see, will this fit in here? No. I mean, I could put that. So if I drill a hole, I could do that, mount that there, and then I have a ball that I can have. Yep, okay, so we got a drill. Somebody get Bruce Willis on the line. We need to drill. We need to drill. Ugh. Tiny. Gonna need you. And I need a drill bit. I need a drill bit. I don't know where all my good drill bits are. Will you work? You'll work. So you're gonna go in here. So I need you to be approximately right there. Oh, wait. Big brain, big brain, big brain moment. I'm gonna put my garbage there to collect the chips. And yes, I should probably take this down and actually use force on it instead of trying to push and pull while drilling. But YOLO. I should also be doing this in sandals, but okay, you don't fit. Open you up. There we go. By the way, if you don't already own a set, get a set of stepper drill bits, Christmas tree drill bits, whatever they're called. These are super handy to have, especially when you're just opening up holes. Super handy. Okay, so now, oh, this guy, oh shoot. How am I gonna, shoot, how am I gonna get that in there? Will it go right through? No, that won't go through, because if I go right through, it'll just... I mean, I could put a clearance hole in the back. Yeah, I could put a clearance hole in the back and just pinch it. Yeah, I'll just do that. That was not smart. I was hoping I could fit it in there, but I didn't realize that won't fit. Shoot. Shoot. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna do this? Do I just drill through and just shim it? I mean, it's not going to really go anywhere. If I put that drill bit through, if I put that pin through, it'll just hold it in place. Yeah, you know what? I'll just drill through. I'll just drill through. Am I using a fisheye lens? This is a DJI Pocket Osmo. It's meant for like close up. So yeah, it's gonna be a little fisheye lens. There we go. Ah, almost fits. Almost fits. Haha, now you fit. Who loves arts and crafts time? Put a 1 in chat if you enjoy arts and crafts times with Taylor. There we go. Now, voila, overhead camera. We just raise this up, about there. I can always play around with this a little bit if I need to, but now we have an overhead camera. I can shift around and move into different positions if I need to. And then it's on a ball, so I can always just, you know, position it better. There we go, overhead camera set up. So that's one done. There we go, 1, 2, 3. And now, I don't know if I should use this monitor. I should probably get a thinner monitor for this. This monitor is gonna be huge. Needs more sparks. Yeah, like this monitor is gonna be too big. This monitor is too big. I don't think, let me go check downstairs. Let me go check downstairs, see what I have for spare computer monitors. I mean, I could always, yeah, you know what, I'll just borrow that one for now. I will take you. Good old, actually, shoot, do you have a proper mount? I mean, you'll work. You'll work. Shoot. Run. There we go. I'm back. This is just one of the monitors from downstairs, from the downstairs studio. It's only a 1080p, but I only want a 1080p on here. So now I gotta swap the mounts. There we go. This is a big boy. Put the smaller monitor on the shelf. I don't like that monitor. That monitor isn't really a monitor, it's actually a TV. It's like an LG TV. So it's not really a computer monitor. Like, it works as a computer monitor, but I find it really annoying to use. I don't like using it. Like, I have been using it obviously, but that is actually a TV. I bought it at like a Value Village for like 10 bucks. Most of the monitors I have, other than like my main desktop computer monitor, are literally like Value Village, Goodwill style. Like, if you have a setup and you need more monitors, and they're not like your primary monitor that's used for gaming at like high refresh rate or whatever, just go to like a Value Village. You find so many like 24-inch 1080p monitors for 10 bucks now. Like, there's really no reason to actually spend money. That's why I have so many monitors. Is I just go buy, you know, depreciated monitors that aren't modern anymore. I don't know if I have the arm for this anymore, so that might be a problem. But we'll see. We'll see. I might have to make a Visa mount for this guy so I can actually use it downstairs. I can't see chat. You guys are way too far away. Come back to me, chat. I miss you. This thing has a Kensington lock on it. I've never seen a monitor with a Kensington lock. Okay, I'm gonna go throw this downstairs so I don't get it all dinged up out here. Wait, what does this even have? This thing has like 8 USB ports in it. What is this monitor even? It's crazy. Okay. Are you still printing? Oh man, I forgot that printer was printing. Is everything going good? Yeah, it's still going. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. 1080 still fine for most things, 4K. Yeah, my main desktop is 1440p. So it's 1440p, 200 something refresh rate? Can't remember. It's like 300, actually it might be 300, I can't remember. I bought it at Costco. It was like 200 bucks. I wish it was OLED. OLED would be nice, but I can live without OLED for now. Okay, let's say right about here. Hopefully. Okay. Like this is a Acer XV240Y. Cool. Actually, this might have been one of my gaming monitor I had. No, it's got DisplayPort, but it's light. The other one was way too heavy. That one I brought down was way too heavy. And I mounted this backwards. Shit. Okay, 1 second. Un momento. I mean, I could mount it upside down and fix it in software, but what kind of person would I be if I did everything that way, eh? There we go. There we go. There we go. Nice. I could drop this down a little bit actually. Right there. Right there. There we go. There we go. Put the little locking nub on it. Built-in hubs to check off feature set list, never seen them used. They are handy if you have like the computers over there and the monitors over there, and then you run one big USB cable to the monitor and plug in your keyboard, your mouse, and all that other stuff. So. KVM, ooh, nice. Okay, there we go. So now I have that set up. We got our overhead camera. That is a long USB. How many long? I'm gonna need more HDMIs because I got this HDMI. So now comes the how long of an HDMI do I need? So I got this guy, which is like 20 feet long. But I think it has a extension in it. So I might be able to steal some of it because this is the HDMI that went for the mobile cam that I used to use. So I don't think I need the long one here, because I'll probably use the long one for the TV, or for the what is the how long before HDMI starts degrading? HDMI has like a max length, right? I'm trying to remember what it is. Trying to remember what it is. So I'm probably have to buy some HDMI cables, because this is like literally a 30-foot HDMI cable. This is one HDMI cable. This might be a 50-foot HDMI cable. This is one HDMI cable. Put the PC on the back of the toolbox. I could. That would be a bit annoying though. Like I could hang the computer here. The computer's not that big. If it was a laptop, I would. But it's not. Like if it was a laptop, I would do that, but it's not a laptop. I'll just put the computer there because I got to run power anyways to it. So I think it'll be easier to have the computer sit here and just run a sleeve bundle of cables to it and just have them anchored. So that way if you trip on it, it doesn't like take out the computer. It depends on what is plugged in. There are some optical HDMI cables that can go longer. Yeah, true. I know they make brackets. The thing is, I don't want to shake around a computer that much. Like I know it's gonna be on a bench with all these printers, but I think just having it sit here, not moving, is probably the better option. So let's start clearing this corner out, because this is kind of what I wanted to get done here, and this is now good. So let's slide all this stuff over, and now we can start working on this mess. So I've got two printers over here I gotta get rid of. I got a VZBot and a Magneto X I gotta get rid of. They have no need for them at all anymore. But we gotta get rid of through all this so we can put that guy over here. See, this way it's like, oh, I want to stream with those in the background, I can put the camera there. I want to stream with that in the background, I can put the camera there. I want to have this in the background, I can move. That light's gonna move, by the way. That light's gonna move. Do I have any spinning drives or SSDs? No. The computer is inert. I just don't like shaking it around so much. Here is my manly box of cables. If anyone needs cables, I've got a whole box of them. These are all the new motors for this guy, because I have the motors for this guy now. But see what I mean? It's like move stuff, move stuff, move stuff, move stuff. Ceiling mount. Ooh. I could do that. Like I still got this random piece of extrusion that was holding the, literally this piece of extrusion is what the camera used to be mounted onto for my overhead camera. I should probably get that down right now, actually. Let me get that down. I've already almost taken it out twice with stuff moving around. There we go. Oh, that's, okay, so this is the plug for the overhead camera. So I need you for the overhead camera, so the overhead camera can get power. Do I got a pair of cutters? Sort of the VZ bot. I mean, if you want to buy it, DM me. I've got to get rid of a bunch of stuff. How many people do we even have in? Oh, geez. How do I have 180 people here? Is watching me make a fool of myself with, you know, going open concept that entertaining? I can't go up open concept. It's a load-bearing wall. And also everything is just covered in cobwebs. Everything is just covered in cobwebs around here. Okay, another long HDMI cable. So I need an HDMI cable for that camera. I need one for this, and I need one for the mobile. So more long HDMI cables. Well, if you're new here, make sure you like the smash button, make sure you ring the bell, subscribe, and if you want to help support the channel, the content I create and the things I do, consider becoming a channel member, a Patreon supporter, or if you're really cool, gifting memberships to others. There we go. What's with YouTube lately? You're subscribing more. I don't know. Make sure you subscribed. Chicago Air. Thought Mike Holmes might show up and lend you a hand. Heard he can. Yeah, Mike's a good guy. He helped me with my deck. I literally, back when me and my wife started dating, all we kind of did was just like hang out and watch shows, like binge watch shows back when we first started dating. And Homes on Homes was one of those shows. I'm pretty sure like I've seen the entire initial run of that show. Like the entire initial run of that show. I've seen them all. Oh God. You gotta love these no ground extension cables. I mean, it was just for a camera. Am I controlling your YouTube feed? Yes. Yes, I am. I don't know why I have this. Okay, time to make some room. Oh my God. See, this is what I mean. Like, this shit just adds up. Like, what am I gonna do with all this stuff? What am I gonna, you're not even, who wants filament? Anyone wants filament? I'm just gonna, you know what, you're garbage. You're still good. You're garbage. You're garbage. 1960s extension cable. It even comes in 1960s brown. So that's the thing, like, you start with everything nice and organized, and then it just kind of starts building up. It just starts building up, and next thing you know, you're like, where did everything come from? And then, you know, there's a guy from the Discovery Channel outside your door, knocking on your door, going, hey, we're from Hoarder. Oh God, that spool is separated. Oh God, that spool is separated. Do I even want to try? Oh yeah, I'm gonna have bins that slide in and out underneath. I've done it before, but I ended up stealing the bins for other stuff. But yes, I will have filament storage bins under there, just not today. Although for now, I will use it for random storage. So you get in there. Oh, this is the Prometheus. Ibos sent over a Prometheus filament dryer. So thank you, Ibos. I also got some flex plates from Ibos as well. So we will be playing with that when I get a chance to. But for now, here it is. You know what? Underneath as well. There we go. What is this? What even is this? Acrylic, okay. Well, you go over here. There we go. I mean, if you want like 50 grams of waterlogged PLA, you're free to come jump in my dumpster to get it. Why? What am I gonna use that? More cables. More cables. Where'd that bin of cables go? Over here. Well, I could do a whole stream of just sorting out cables in a bin. You're both keeping. There we go. Did YouTube change? I don't see gift membership anymore. You should be able to gift membership. Oh, you might have to re-verify. You should be able to gift memberships. It should be able to. If somebody wants to verify that it works, let me know. Okay, sir. Printer, behold, a printer. You can go on the desk now. Okay. So now I gotta find a home for all of this shit. This is the problem. This isn't the apron. George Elliott gifted a community membership. Cheers, George. See, it works, it works. Oh God, oh God. Ah. Hide the shame. Hide the shame. Hide the shame. This is actually really hot. Brave Sir Robin. My glasses! My glasses! Alright, what's all the... Oh, this is all the stuff for the Prusa Core XY mod. That's what all this is. Okay, so you guys... See, I have storage, but it's on the other side of the printer. So you can just kind of all go right here for now. There we go. Okay. Hey, a C13 power cord. Power supply, keep you. I mean, I gotta move all this shit. What is this anyway? Oh, this is for the other, whatchamacallit that I have. Tetris time. Well, the plan is to clear this out so I can put this in there, and then I have access to my workbench where I actually can put stuff. But I gotta clear all this out first, which is a problem. Like, this is all prototype baby belt stuff that I don't need because it's all depreciated. Yeah, like these are all like old, outdated revision baby belt parts. Or not baby belt, positron stuff. And my real positron is right here. My real positron's in there, the one that I actually use. That's my positron. If you live in Southern Ontario and you want a printer, reach out. We can work something out. Tube. Oh, the partially rebuilt. There you go. Who remembers these guys? That's a partially finished project I gotta finish one of these days. The American politician mat. It's down here. Oh! More random crap. And is there any filament in this dry box? No. Is positron actually useful? Yes and no. The positron by itself is actually a pretty cool compact printer. The problem is, by the time you put it in a case and add, you know, a spool of filament to it and then you go, it takes up quite a bit of room. It's a fun proof of concept thing, and it deserves to exist. But I think in its original intended form, the original intended form is a compact printer that you can bring anywhere. The problem is the actual need for a compact printer that you can bring anywhere is actually not that big of a market. It's actually like surprisingly not really needed. Oh, there is a mouse living around here. Mouse poops. That's surprising. I've never seen a mouse in this garage. Like, never. Need a storage rack that fits. I'm gonna put stuff underneath the Venture XL. So, Ukraine for the field printing? No, it wouldn't, because the Ukrainians are using, they're not using PLA. Like, they're printing stuff, like, I'm not gonna say they're not using PLA, but like, the limitations of the positron make it a not ideal machine for that use case. From my understanding, they use just farms of bamboos, of elegus, basically anything cheap, compact, and Core XY that they can easily set up farms of. That's what they've been using. Because remember, you have to build a positron, and they're too busy removing Russians to build printers. On the bright side, I'll be able to plug the Venture XL directly into Ethernet now, because this is my router, by the way. If you're wondering where my router is out here, it's right here. It's going to be right behind the Venture XL. Shit, will the Venture XL even fit here? I never checked. What do we got? We got 37 inches. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, let's bring you inside. The rook in the basement. I gotta fix that rook. It was sitting on a shelf and the shelf collapsed. I gotta fix this shelf and it kind of just crunched it a little bit. So I gotta fix that rook, unfortunately. Okay. So now I'm gonna move everything from this shelf to that shelf. I know, big brain, but that's what we're doing. So I need to make room for stuff. And then once I have it on this shelf, I can move it to another shelf. Let's actually do that so it's not leaning against the back. There we go. Shit. Does anyone need some lead weight? Anyone need some lead weight? You'd be surprised how handy that stuff is when it comes to ballast or weight. Oh, it's empty. That spool's empty. See you, George. Does the XL need the Venture XL? Yes. The Venture XL needs a 20 amp outlet, okay? If you don't know what a 20 amp plug looks like, it's over there. Yeah. There we go. If you don't know what a 20 amp plug looks like, it looks like this. So it looks like a 15 amp, your normal plug, but see how the one prong, instead of both of them being like this, one's like that? This is a 20 amp plug. If you can see, when I wired up my garage, I put in 20 amps. So I have 20 amp plugs that I can plug this into. Because all the two additional, so this garage has a 15 amp circuit, which was original, and then I added two 20 amp circuits. So I can plug the Venture XL into a 20 amp. So, like all the plugs, they are behind the shelf here. These are all 20 amp plugs. Plus, I can turn my lights off now. I might get better overhead lighting. I need to figure out, I'll probably end up moving these so that they go this way now instead of being there, but I'll have to move those. So, okay. Anyone thirsty? I got some alcohol. All right, what do we got in here? What do we got in here? What are you? Ooh. LEDs. Ethernet cable. We're gonna have a whole stream where I just go through boxes and find stuff. Like, you'd be surprised how quickly shit adds up when you just be building shit just adds up. You just start accruing stuff and it just starts arriving. And the hits start coming and they don't stop coming. LRS 200, what's in here? Ooh, ooh, all kinds of fun stuff. Especially when you're like me and you forget to finish builds all the time. You get like 80% done a build and you're like, good enough. How's the Venture XL? It's okay. I'm gonna have to do some tweaking and tuning to it, which we'll probably do once I get it back set up. But I haven't used it in a while, simply for the fact that like, the reason I'm redoing the garage right now is so I can actually get at everything. I am, how do I word this? One of my faults is if I can't just go and do something, I don't do it, okay? So it's like, oh, I'm gonna print something on the Venture XL, but my bike's in front of the Venture XL, so I don't use the Venture XL, because every time I wanted to use the Venture XL, I have to move the bikes out of the way, and to move the bikes out of the way, I gotta open the garage door, so I put the bikes outside, because it take up the whole front of the garage. So that's one of the reasons I'm moving everything around, is so that I can get at everything a little bit easier, so I'm less, I'm more likely to work on stuff. Because that's one of the reasons, like, my streaming setup is a dedicated streaming setup. Because if I had to set up everything to stream and then take it down after a stream, I wouldn't stream as much. So by having my setup be a fixed setup that's ready to go the moment I'm ready to go, I find I do it more. So it's okay to have faults, you just got to know how to work with them. Positron linear rails. Interesting. Another C13 cable. And then I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that over to here, which will be fun. Beauty of procrastination. That is like one of my biggest faults. I am a horrible procrastinator. I always have been. It's just, it is who I am. Also, I have this Nerf kit I gotta finish that Apulo sent me. Also, Prusa, you never need to send me another Prusa bed. I have like 24 Prusa beds now. You gonna install a mini split? Maybe at some point. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it's not too bad. Like, I'm over the worst of it. Like, I have an air conditioner. Like, it has cooled off out here. It's down to 26 Celsius. So it has cooled down. So for the, how is it? What? 3 days a week for 3 hours, I need to run an air conditioner out here. It's good enough. My setup is good enough. If I were streaming out here daily, or, oh yeah. I completely forgot I have the Bamboo Lab mouse kit. I gotta build that at some point. If I was out here more, because I only really need air conditioning out here like what? Mid-May to like early September, and that's it. And then the heater out here is plenty good for the winters. So I have it insulated. So it's like, yeah, it would be better if I had, you know, a mini split. But for the cost of installing a mini split, is it worth it? It's hard to say. For the amount of use I use the garage. It's kind of like, I don't know, we'll see. What the heck is this belt even for? Okay. Over there. Is Stealth Changer up and running? I mean, it technically is, although I dropped a tool while moving it. It needs better tuning. The stealth changer is functional, it does print, it just needs better tuning. And I just haven't gotten around to tuning it yet properly. One day. One day. Not today, but one day. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, this is foam. More in the bin. Yeah, once I get the printer over there, I've already thrown out like 3 or 4 garbage bags. Tonight is garbage night, so I'm gonna be chucking a bunch of shit. So. Zip ties are way over there. I'm not getting my zip ties. Do I have tape? Do I have tape? Tape, 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 tape. Seriously, I don't have tape? Yeah, I got tape. Not the right kind of tape, but it works. You go downstairs. Woo. Okay. Giant bin of stuff. Go over here. Extrusions, go over here. Loud noises. What are you, carbon fiber PET G? You're not carbon fiber PET G, you're CNC stuff. Underneath. You are heavy. You will just go over there. What are you? More random cables. More random cables. Over here. Okay, what are you? Oh, you're the CNC that I never got around to doing anything with because the EDM guy never got back to me about sending me a kit, so I never built it. Okay. More zip ties? All the zip ties. Okay. So now... Did I build this backwards? I did build that backwards, that's why. That's why you popped off. You weren't assembled correctly. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Okay. So this is the fun part. This is my faucet. If I want water, I turn this and water comes out everywhere. So one of my lists of future projects, because for those that don't know, here in North America, pretty much every garage has a water spigot in it for like garden hose to clean your cars, right? What I'm probably gonna do is run a PEX pipe that goes down along the wall, and then I can hook up a hose in the front of my garage, because I haven't used that in years, because I don't wanna get water on, I don't wanna risk water on everything. Do I have a basement? Yeah, I have a basement. Your garage doesn't have a water thing? Damn, that sucks. Like, it is so nice to be able to like get water in your garage when you need to. Like, so what do you do if you want to wash your cars in your driveway? Where do you get your water from for that? By the way, I had to buy this stupid thing just so I could drill one hole in my door for the exhaust for the air conditioner. I lived in has had a faucet in the garage. Really, every house I've ever lived in has a faucet in the garage. It's not a full-on faucet. It's like the same thing you would hook your garden hose up to. Oh no, it's Wubby Ducky lost its head. I'll put it on top. Okay, maybe it's just a Canada thing, or at least like a regional Canada thing, but on the outside of the garage, okay. Oh, it's on the outside of the garage, okay. Yeah, mine's, I don't know, mine's right here. So I'm probably just gonna try and run PEX pipe just along the wall, just to the front. Where did I put my broom? There's the broom. Okay. So now sweep this up and I can move the printer into position. Yay! Houses in Michigan don't have them? Oh shit. Maybe a Canada thing. Yeah, it might be a Canada thing because you don't want them outside because they freeze, right? The only downside with having the Venture XL here, you're gonna hear it more in the house. It's gonna be right next to the wall. Is that, oh. The amount of times I thought it was, what I swept up was a bug and it's just printer poop is like, more than I'd like to admit. Cobwebs, all the cobwebs. See, this is what you don't see. This is what YouTubers don't show you. They show you their fancy studio with their orange and purple lighting, right? But they don't show you cleaning up all the cobwebs. Hex screws got thrown out? A lot. Going off of yesterday, a lot. Okay, Mr. Venture XL. Let's go on an Accelerant adventure. Okay, never grab the printer, move the desk. Doesn't like going this way. One of the wheels is stuck, one of the wheels is stuck. You don't like going forward, you like going backwards. Might on a zip tie, is that what it is? Yeah, it goes fine that way, but I spin this way, it doesn't want to go. What are you caught on? Captain, we've got whales! Seriously, all the wheels they're all loose. I think it's this one. It's this one over here that's... Yeah, it's this one right here. There we go. Okay, maybe I didn't have them all loose. Okay. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I got lightheaded for a second there. RB whales! Captain, we've got whales! Okay, let me take this down so I don't break it. So, I don't know if my filament feed system is going to work in this spot, but... Oh God, is this going to fit? This might not fit. I mean, it does. I mean, it fits for now. I might end up putting it more right here. It might end up, actually, can I put it there? Oh, it's a zip tie. I could put it right here. I might just put it there for now. Oh, it still takes up so much freaking room. This thing is huge. This thing is huge. Times like this, I really wish I had a 2-car garage instead of a 1.5-car garage. That takes up so much damn room. This damn printer takes up so much damn room. Yeah, we'll just do this for now. Gotta remember not to grab the printer. Grab the stand when you move it. Okay, what the fuck's going on with this one wheel? There's one wheel that's stuck. As you move the printer, the wheels loosen and fall down. That's what's happening. As you move it, the wheels loosen and it like falls down. There we go. Okay. Right there. I mean, that'll have to do. That'll have to do. This is like the only place it fits in this setup. So every time I have to play with the Ethernet cable or plug in an Ethernet cable, I gotta go through the printer to do it. But oh well. At least I can put my shoe rack back. Silval Max. Oh yeah, these machines are huge. At least I gotta put my shoe rack back. There we go. Smells like plastic. Something shifted, it's not sealing properly. There we go. Okay, see, look how much room I have over here now. So now, you can see over here, so there's a computer, but the idea is I'll have a laser here, so I can do laser shit. Yeah. Plus the laser won't block the power panel that I need to get at. What time is it? 4:13, damn. I'm tired. I am tired. Okay, so this isn't how I want it to work. I was really hoping I had room in there for a desk and the Venture XL. I might move stuff. I might get rid of the paint booth and put the Venture XL up there. I might have to do that. Shit. I might have to get rid of that. And maybe do like a temporary paint booth when I gotta paint stuff. Did I get old? 38. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of the paint booth and just put the Venture XL there, because it's really the only place that it makes sense to have it. Because where it is right now just takes up, this spot right here for it wastes that entire corner. Whereas I could put toolboxes there with stuff on top of the toolboxes and use it for storage and use it for filament and use it for, that just takes up that whole corner and it's gone. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put that, that'll stay there for now, but I'm gonna get rid of the paint booth and put the Venture XL there, I think. It's like the only, cause I've got 2 toolboxes. I still got, you know, I still got 2 toolboxes. This one and that one I gotta put somewhere. And they won't fit under there, only one will fit under there. So, do I have 20 amp? Yeah, I got 20. I got 20 amp all down that wall and that wall. I got 20 amp. Does it fit under the shelf on the other side? Yeah, I could put one of those. That one of them will go under there. I was honestly, the original plan was I was hoping there'd be enough room to put the little red toolbox there, and I could put the computer on top of it and whatnot, and then use the red toolbox for storing like non-building stuff, like stuff for the cameras and whatnot, like stuff you don't need to get at too often, and then have that next to it. But when I mathed it all out, I was off on my X. I didn't realize how, you know, remember how I always talk about stacking tolerances? That's biting me in the butt. Because I think when I originally envisioned everything, the little bench I got in the corner that you can't see right now, the one that's in this corner, the original plan was I was gonna shorten it. I was gonna shorten it so that this bench would be over like another foot or two. But now that I have stuff on it, I have my Acrobit on there and I have a Kennedy toolbox on there, I wanna leave those there. So it's like, shoot, I can't shorten it. I can shorten it like an inch. I can't raise that bench. I can't raise that bench. That bench is already as high as it can go. Because it's got this bench, I mean, technically, you're not supposed to. See this gray thing? That's my power panel. So this bench sits underneath the box that I built around the power panel. And that needs to have full accessibility. That's why I'm gonna put a laser in front of it, because the laser is low. But like literally, like, this is the computer, by the way. This is my breaker panel. That's my breaker panel. So you need to be able to get at that. Technically, you're not even supposed to put this in front of it, but meh. But I built this nice little box around it when I did the garage years ago to kind of like hide it a little bit, just for aesthetics. Because all my wires, so that's where my main power comes in. So my main power comes in there, breaker panel, and then it goes up the wall and then over through the ceiling into the house, because my garage is attached to the house. So this whole panel above it is only held on with like 4 screws. So if I ever need to add more wires going into the house, I undo 4 screws and I can get at all the wires going up. So it would be really actually easy, relatively, to run if I needed to run a new circuit into the house. So, and yes, it keeps the Tico night light on. It's all sideways. I know it's sideways. Don't ask me, that's how they built it. I didn't build this house. So. So honestly, I think I'm gonna call it there for now, because I am exhausted. And I think I just gotta, like, tomorrow morning I'll come out here, I'll open the garage door so I can move some stuff out and move stuff easier, and I'll just go at it. I'll just go at it. I'll move, I'm gonna take down, so my paint booth, my paint booth that I set up on that stream that was super jank and I've only used it a couple times. I'm gonna get rid of the paint booth. The Venture XL is gonna live here. It's the only place that makes sense. I print more than I paint, and honestly, if I need to paint stuff, I can just get one of those pop-up paint booths and just set something up temporarily. It's not a big deal. So let me get a list going. Let me get a list going. This one's good. Where is my, I don't even have a piece of paper. Okay, Venture XL to corner, get rid of the paint booth, which means I gotta get rid of that table. I'll probably put it downstairs or something. Desk good. Benches over there. Get the air compressor over here. Get a laser set up, which we have a Creality Falcon 2 in a box I gotta set up, so that'll be a stream. Go at it with the door open. I have to do it with the door open, so that way I have room to take stuff out of the garage, so I can easily, like, I've got bikes in here. I've got stuff that would just be like, if I could just put it outside, it's easier to get at. I gotta clean the computer out. I gotta blow it all out because it's all dusty. I gotta pick up some boxes to put under there for filament storage and to keep the dust out. Yeah, Yeah, this will be a tomorrow project. Or tonight at least. I am exhausted. I am exhausted. I gotta get dinner going. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? If you have any suggestions, I posted pictures of the setup that I'm planning to do on the Discord. But if you have any comments or critiques or input or ideas, because one project we are gonna have to fab up, I'm gonna have to make a mobile camera stand. Because I need something to put my camera on that I can move around relatively easily, that has a monitor on it. Because I put OBS, in case you haven't noticed, I'm looking down here because that's where OBS is. When I stream, I look at OBS. So that is, so I gotta build, so we might be building something. I have a bunch of concrete and bricks. So maybe instead of doing a tripod, I'll just put something on wheels that's just really heavy on the low. So hopefully it doesn't get knocked over. And I can just wheel it around and just have an umbilical. So I'll just do that. So we got to fab that up. I got to get rid of the Magneto X down here. If you want a Magneto X that, does it have a tool head on it? It still has a tool head on it. It should work. I haven't turned it on in a long time. I stole the screen off of it. But if you live in Southern Ontario and you want a Magneto X without a screen, let me know. We'll work it out. And build a camera stand. I think he did. But I need something compact. He has a lot more room than me. Remember, I'm doing everything out of a 15 by 20 foot garage here. And I also, you know, you're not seeing it, but, you know, that's all personal stuff shelf, like fishing stuff, toboggan, whatnot. I've got my beer fridge here, and I got my bunker freezer buried under all that stuff that I got to dig out at some point too. So, like, I don't have full authority in the garage. I still need it for some garage stuff. Also, I got to move that light, and I'll probably take down that shelf there. I got to move that light because right now it's kind of in a shit spot for the current setup. These two lights, I'll probably put them going this way now instead of just being there, so I get more overhead lighting. But like now I can do a stream where you're looking at it this way. Now I can do a stream where you're looking at it that way. I'll have a lot more options. I'll have a lot more options for streaming setups because I can just wheel this around to whatever position I need for the stream itself. So I'll have more room, and hopefully this will help me prevent getting all cluttered up again in the future. So road trip. Need a stream on weaponized procrastination. They have to do this, but I won't. Yeah. Oh, I'm horrible with. I've always been a procrastinator. It has been like one of my biggest faults in life, and I fully acknowledge it, and I know. Like, I'm pretty sure I got like ADHD. My son has it. My brother has it. It runs in the family. I don't have OCD. I know that. So yeah. So we're gonna move that back over there. Yeah, this is gonna live in there. Yeah, I'll get rid of that. This will go over there. So yeah, so Friday stream, there might be a member stream either tomorrow, or probably not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Costco day and I gotta do a bunch of stuff. Also, my mom's moving, so I gotta help her move over the next month, so I'm gonna be busy with that. So Thursday we'll do a member stream, which will hopefully be the last, because I owe you guys a member stream for July because I was on vacation the last 2 weeks of the month there, and I didn't get a chance to last week. So I owe all the channel members. So if you're a channel member, Patreon supporter, if you find the Twitch channel and you subscribe to Twitch and link it with your Discord, Thursday we'll do a member stream in the garage. Hopefully that'll be the final day of getting it all ready. And then Friday we'll hopefully finish the baby belt. I think that works good there. Friday we'll finish the baby belt. Thursday we'll have a member stream. And then once I get this all set up and happy, I can actually work on projects and do videos. That's kind of the plan. Winter is coming, so I'm hoping to get this all kind of set up before little guy goes back to school so that I can really kind of get into actually making content on the channel instead of just building printers. Because let's be honest, the days of being a dedicated 3D printer content creator building 3D printers, that shit's over. That boat has long sailed. And I have no desire to be a tinfoil hat confirmation bias streamer or content creator, so I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but I'll just keep making shit. I'll just keep making shit. We just be building shit. We just be building shit. I hope winter is coming. Yeah, as long as like everything doesn't burn down. Everywhere is on fire. Everywhere is on fire. Everything's on fire. Shit be burning, yo. Shit be burning. That boat has printed. That boat has sailed, not printed. How much overhang do you have on that Flex your desktop? Could you suspend the streaming PC? Oh, I could. Like the PC is right here. The computer's right here. Okay. Here's the computer. Here's the computer. This. Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. My mic. There. My mic, the magnet. Okay, so this is my streaming PC. If you don't know what I use for streaming out here in the garage, this is the PC I use for streaming. It's nothing fancy. It's a Ryzen 3700X with a GTX 1070 in it. Any graphics card will work for streaming, NVENC encoding. So this is the computer I use for streaming. It's not that big. It's not that heavy. I could put it there, but no matter what I do, there is going to be a cable running to it. So if I have the computer attached to this, I have to run a power cable and an Ethernet cable to it. Or if I have the computer up there or fixed somewhere, what I would do is run a USB cable to a hub on here, run a power cable to a hub on here, and then run like 2 HDMIs back. So either way, there's gonna be cables. I'd rather not have the computer moving, because just in case when I'm moving this around, if I bump it into something and crunch the computer case or something, I'd rather have the computer not move, because I'll just get a powered USB hub, put a powered USB hub on here with an extension cord plug, like get a, you know, I've got plenty of, you know, extension cords. So I've got the LTT Store magnetic mount for this, so I can thunk that there, run 2 HDMI cables back to the computer, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Slap a UPS on it. How am I streaming right now? A laptop and a DJI Pocket Osmo. So, a DJI Pocket Osmo, and then, I don't know, a laptop. Literally, a laptop with a DJI Pocket Osmo. So, and I can put you all in motion sickness vision and have the camera follow me around. Because if you didn't know, you could take your DJI Pocket Osmo and just plug it into a computer via USB and it works as a webcam. It actually works really good as a webcam. So I'm using a Pocket Osmo as a webcam right now. Yeah, so it does the motion sickness vision. This is what I travel. When I went to, if you ever see me stream on the go, other than at an event you see me stream, I'm streaming from my phone. But like when I went to Bondtech last year and I did the video at Bondtech, I ran this setup off of a battery. I had like my big brick battery. And that ran the stream for like the whole time, no problem. Let me turn off motion sickness vision. Oh, hi Steve, back from your tour. Steve gets to go on fun adventures. I got nobody near me. Steve's on the West Coast, the best coast. He has all the other fun people to hang out with. He's fighting the government, hanging out with ModBot. I'm down in Southern Ontario. Fuck all here. I got nobody around me. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna call it there because I've been out here since this morning. Like I woke up, I came out to the garage, I worked on moving everything. I had to do, this bench was so annoying because I have a 240 volt plug that I wired in that's with conduit that sticks out of the box, and then I have the plugs there below it that I had to get at. So I had to take this bench that I built and take a freaking hacksaw to it to like make clearance so that everything fit, and then re-level it all. And then it's not leveled because it turned out the whole thing bowed in the middle, so I'm gonna have to prop it up somehow. So that's all sketch and great. But yeah, I was out here all morning messing around, playing Tetris, moving shit. I got the whole shelf set up. Luckily, the little printed pucks, you can see them down there. You can see the little orange. Those were the original spacers that I printed years ago when I put that shelf up in the middle of the garage. Luckily, the slope of the shelf is the same. So moving it back there, I just moved them from the front to the back because I spun the shelf around. But those things, ABS, nothing. They have not deformed at all over like 3 years of holding that entire rack up. They're printed solid though, but I could see PLA kind of mushing in the heat of the garage over time. So luckily I don't have to bolt this to the wall. There's enough weight here. This ain't going anywhere, luckily. Okay, I think we're gonna call it there. I'm exhausted. So we got the desk set up. Hopefully if all goes well, Friday we'll be able to do a stream out here. I might have to order some cables. So on the Thursday stream, the member stream, you might be a similar scuff setup like this, but we might be close to getting it to the point where Friday we can do a proper real stream out here. So we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. I know it was super scuffed. I know we don't have our normal giveaway. Obviously, the setup is not set up. Oop, I got my steps in. I gotta go make dinner for the family. I am starving because all I've had to eat today was like one piece of toast because calorie counting diets suck. But it's all good. It's all good. You all good? I'm good. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. Hope you had fun. Hope you learned something. I don't know what you would have learned, but I hope you learned something. I hope I kept you entertained while I rambled and moved shit around. Tomorrow I'm gonna be right back at it. And again, Thursday, channel member stream. Friday, regular stream. Hopefully we'll have the baby belt printing. And then, because I gotta get back to printing more. I've almost run out of parts for the MOG. We gotta start printing more parts for the MOG so we can start putting the frame together. And then we should have that driving hopefully soon. Okay, I'm Jelly Canuck Creator. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Oh wait, I forgot to, I'm doing the intro. See, I move everything around, I screw up the outro. Shout out to Polymaker. They normally give away a spool every stream, but we didn't today because I have nothing set up for giveaways on this laptop. So shout out to Polymaker, check them out, links below. While you're down there, don't forget to like the smash button, ring the bell, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out the links, they're affiliate links, they don't cost you anything extra, go a long way in supporting this channel. Some of them, like the Gamer Subs link, use code Canuck, you'll save a little bit of money as well. And for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, and became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. Would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I will see you all in the future. And hopefully this will either be done or very dang close to being done, or at least in a place where I can properly stream. Okay. Goodbye. I'm gonna end the stream's just gonna cut end because I don't have a proper way of ending it properly because I gotta use people who do stuff on trackpads. Max, for those that don't know, RCF, Russian cat food, the guy, the Boron guy, he does all his CAD work on a MacBook with the trackpad, not even a mouse. I don't know how.